Hello, this is going to be my guide on how to use the powerful assault set within trial groups, how to get the best uptimes and how to optimize your group so that you're getting the buff but you're not straining any of your teammates. I'm using the Spalder of Ruin here just as an example. This Spalder of Ruin mythic has a range of 12 meters. If you look at the tooltip here, you can see that it says activating crouch activates and deactivates a 12-meter aura of pride, which up to 6 people can stand in. So that 12 meters matches exactly the distance restriction with powerful assault. And in order to proc powerful assault, you have to be in combat, that's important, and you have to use an assault skill. So very common ones for healers and tanks are usually Vigor. I would suggest this one if you're a tank using it because it costs magicka and not stamina. I know it's a little bit more difficult to use because it is the bottom skill and you'll have to level up your assault line a little bit further than normal. I'm using this anti-caltrops skill because it is a longer lasting. It lasts for 15 seconds, which ironically, again, if you look at the tooltip for powerful assault, it also lasts for 15 seconds. So in my opinion, this is the best skill to use with this because as soon as it ends, that's when the buff ends. So I can get into combat here and then fire off the skill, and you can see right there on the far right of my bar now, I have the green. It almost looks like a nuclear cloud behind some guy. It's hard to tell what the picture is because it's small, but it has no cooldown, so I can reapply it however many times I want. Now the other restriction on this set that you need to understand is this only spreads to 5 of your group members as well as yourself. So if you're standing in the group near the DPS and you want to give it to everybody, you have to fire this off twice in order to spread the powerful assault buff to everybody. Now, I recommend building just like this, where you have the Spalder of Ruin with you. It's easier to run on a Dragon Knight because of their resource sustain is really good. If you pop your ultimate, you're going to get all your resources back, plus you have a potion and synergies within the trial, and they get resources back from doing flame or poison damage. So there's a lot of different ways that you can obtain your resources back while using this. But I have this paired with the Zen's Redress skill so that I'm kind of almost replacing the Zen Kosh build with a powerful Assault Zen build, and I'm wearing Spalder of Ruin. Again, this is a really simple way to buff the group because if you know they're in your ring, they got the buff. So you can proc it just like that. If they're standing over there, you can just stand here and reproc it, and everybody gets the buff that way. It's a lot easier to run on a DPS in my opinion because those roles are typically standing next to each other. A tank may be over here tanking the boss, and as you can see, that DPS right there is out of range. If that's the case, I mean that's kind of far away for a DPS to stand, but when mechanics are going on and you're running around, it's difficult to keep uptimes on a tank. It's much easier to have it on the DPS, and it's a medium armor set, so it checks another box there rather. That's important, is to have your DPS in medium armor. This is a medium armor set, so that also gets your support DPS in medium armor. And because Alkosh is not as necessary with the penetration that everybody runs, for example, on this build, I'm sitting at 4700 penetration. You don't need Alkosh anymore with that kind of penetration. Everybody's using Velothi, or they have other sets in the game that have a line of pen in them that are more optimal to use. So this right here, I mean, you do not need Alkosh anymore. You'd be better off bringing in another support set of some kind, or for example, moving Powerful Assault to your DPS so that your tanks can use something else that is more effective to buff the group or help the group in something that you're missing. But in my opinion, that's the best way to run Powerful Assault, because you're going to keep the uptimes much higher, and it's not straining one of your support roles in terms of the healers, and the tanks are not trying to spam a stamina skill or something like that in their rotation when they need to use that for blocking or focus on healing or whatnot. So I would recommend using it on a DPS because it just works a lot better. Thank you for watching my video. I will be putting out some more content on some other suggestions when I think of those.